Hi! Today, you'll discover the weirdest and most surprising facts about psychology. Can you tell what's true and what's made up? Let's find out. Red lipstick lifts your spirits. Don't wait until the holidays to put on your favorite bright red lipstick. Do it now. Research is on your side. Women who prefer dark and bright lipstick colors are generally happier and more confident than those who use light or flesh-colored shades. Even the process of applying red lipstick itself has been noted as an effective mood booster. If you have an important matter in mind, don't tell anyone about it. When you tell other people about your plans, your brain assumes that the deed is already done and motivation decreases. It sounds like superstition, but this is how the psychological mechanism works. Midlife crisis only occurs in people. What is surprising is that higher primates, like humans, go through such a crisis. Each of the 508 great apes observed by scientists went through a midlife crisis. The smile in the photo takes a few years off. Attention! Smile. Remember that phrase? Well, no smiling. Scientists from Israel and Canada have found out that smiling in a photo adds a few years to a person. If you want to look younger, stop smiling. You can be sold anything as long as it's said by an expert. It is unfortunate, but many people, after hearing about experts and scientists, unconditionally believe information, even if it is false. This proves once again that public consciousness can be easily manipulated. Neurotic owners have hysterical cats. It sounds funny, but it's a fact. Scientists have come to the conclusion that the psychological portraits of the owner and the pet often coincide. Thus, if the owner is neurotic, the cat will behave aggressively, anxiously, unsociable, and capricious. The smell of chocolate in a bookstore makes people buy love affairs. A huge number of people associate the smell of chocolates with the atmosphere of a date. If there is a chocolate aroma in a bookstore, customers are more likely to prefer love novels to books of other genres. By using larger forks, people eat more. Oops! If you want to lose a few extra pounds, try changing your utensils. Take the smallest plates you have in the house and the largest forks, and the likelihood of overeating will decrease by itself. When we're scrutinizing something, we don't hear what's being addressed to us. At the heart of this phenomenon is an evolutionary priority in processing visual information. We rely on vision much more than on hearing and other senses. We simply disconnect from external stimuli. Absolutely everyone around you wants to know how you spent your vacation. The first thing listeners experience is envy. While you were boating on Titicaca, they were sitting in a boring office job. Besides, human beings are organized in such a way that they are more interested in talking about clear and familiar things. We feel the gaze on us when the person looking is out of sight. Some call it the proverbial sixth sense, but in the scientific community, it is called the gaze detection system. The gaze detection system is closely related to the survival instinct system, triggered whenever your brain catches a glimpse of someone's gaze from someone not directly in front of you. The heat is having a big impact on social media users. A study has found that the number of depressing posts by users on social media significantly increases in hot weather. Heavy metal and classical music fans have almost nothing in common. Apart from age differences, the main characteristics of the personalities of heavy metal and classical fans were almost identical. The representatives of both groups had creative inclinations and independent character and were also characterized by reticence. Beautiful women by their mere presence inhibit men's desire to take risks in order not to be a laughingstock in her eyes in case of failure. That's not how it works. Next to a beautiful woman, men are more inclined to take risks, even if they know the probability of success is low. Japanese children grow up to be balanced and independent because the Japanese never yell at them. In Asian countries, open expressions of anger are frowned upon, especially towards children, and this, of course, cannot but play a role in their upbringing. The charisma of the speaker is more important than what he says. The situation when the charisma and emotionality of the speaker overrides for the audience's competence and professionalism is often encountered at various business seminars, where speaking trainers promise to teach the audience quick money. If a person is ashamed, they'll want to wash themselves. People subconsciously associate moral and physical purity. This is called the Lady Macbeth effect, after the Shakespearean heroine who saw bloodstains on her hands after a murder and could not wash them off. If you're unsure of your decision, your pupils constrict. And it's not. When a person is unsure of his decision, his pupils dilate, showing inner agitation and struggle. There is a syndrome that is the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome. Lima Syndrome is the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome, in which the hostage develops sympathy for the kidnapper. In Lima Syndrome, the kidnapper begins to sympathize with his victims. Anonymity has a huge impact on candor. Anonymity and freedom dispose interlocutors to trust and talk about the main things. Perhaps this explains the repeatedly noted high level of emotional involvement in online relationships, their special status in the user's mind, and the special sincerity of online diaries. Small bills are spent faster. If you want to go to the store and not go broke, take cash with you in large denominations. Small money we spend faster and easier than big money, which we are usually sorry to change. Restaurants do not use monetary symbols, such as the dollar symbol dollar, simply because of tradition. Instead, they just write numbers. That's because restaurateurs don't want you to think about spending money when you choose dishes on the menu. If a man and a woman meet in an extreme situation, the likelihood that they will fall in love is much higher. Research shows that if a man and a woman meet in an extreme situation, they are much more likely to fall in love than if it happens in a normal environment, such as an office setting. When you make something with your own hands, you appreciate it more. This psychological effect was discovered during a study examining how people feel about handmade items, such as Lego, IKEA furniture, and origami figures. It turned out that we tend to value such items more highly than things that were bought ready-made. Thanks for watching! Were you able to spot the truth from the lies? Share in the comments how many facts surprised you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.